When it comes to goblet squats, this exercise is often treated as a lowly entry-level exercise. But I can tell you, after having been doing them for the last 15, 17 years, there are so many variations that you can do that really challenge you, and they have a huge benefit, just as much, and in some cases more so, than their barbell cousin. Today we're going to look at a banded goblet squat variation. Now this is a harder variation. This is something that I use. I've got a guy right now over in the UK, and he ran out of difficulty for his kettlebells, and he says, well, I have to buy a new one. And I said, well, actually, we need to get you a little bit more spring at the top. We've got to get you to lock and keep the abs and glutes engaged. Let's go to a banded goblet squat. So let's take a look at what the exercise itself looks like. We need a regular circular band. Very important. It will only work with the circular band. We're going to pull it through, and all we are going to do is find a width for the band on the floor. This is a 1-inch band that will allow us to have enough pull at the top of our squat. There we go, that's good. So notice the band is behind the kettlebell. I prefer it this way as opposed to in front, just because it puts a little bit more on the lats, as opposed if it's in the front, it's going to pull more on the biceps. So I'm not really a fan. Now here's the thing, if I feel this is too hard for my hands, guess what I can do? Wow, that's a heavier weight. Now I'm just gonna do this. The band is pulling evenly. My fingers are supporting the bell itself, and I can go down into my kettlebell squat or goblet squat. It's going to be less tense at the bottom and more at the top. So I really have to be able to hold glutes and abs in a way that is going to benefit it. Now, never step off the band when the kettlebell is up high. I wanna stress that. Okay, so I'm gonna rotate to the side so you guys can see what this looks like. So you don't really need a different band, because just by adjusting how much band is between your feet can give you a little bit of a harder squat. So at the top it's hard, abs and glutes, kettlebell out front, band is in between the knees. I gotta push, brace, so I can feel my glutes more engaged than if I were to do this with just the kettlebell, pushing the floor, bracing the abs. It's a fantastically simple and brilliant way to allow you to work on extension, just like we would for a heavy squat. Now people will say, yeah, but the bottom of the squat is the hardest. Yes, but as a cyclist, how many times are you down here and you can't come out? Almost never. How many times are you here and you need to jump out of the saddle to put power down? The end of every single event or group ride, people are taking the sprint. This is your exercise. We don't need necessarily heavy barbells. We can just use the lowly goblet squat. And I say that a little sarcastically just because people are like, oh, it's just a goblet squat. Yeah, how hard can it be? Like, oh, I feel my glutes, man. What did you do to me? This is a fantastic exercise you can do at home. It doesn't cost a lot. This is a simple, sinister gym in a pocket. You can put it into the smallest, tiniest apartment under your bed or in a corner somewhere and still get a great workout. So if you enjoyed this video and showing you the banded goblet squat, again, simple, sinister, and beautiful. Make sure you're subscribing down below, give us a thumbs up, and until next time, remember, train smarter, not harder, because it is all about you.